Have you ever faced a situation of desperation? It's a question. I'm asking, have you ever faced a situation of desperation? When you think there is no way you can make it, there is no way you can pull this out without any support from outside, there is no way you can pull it out. And you don't even know how to find that help from outside in the position that you are. You just think it's finished. There is no way you can pull it out. Have you ever been in that position? You see, it just happened that Jesus and his disciples were in that position one day. You hear the story when they say Jesus fed 5,000 people. When the disciples told Jesus that the people were hungry and they're supposed to go and get something to eat, Jesus told his disciples, you have to feed them. The disciples said, there's no way we can do this. All these people, Master, how do you think we can feed them? They can go and eat themselves and come back if they have to. There is no way we can pull this out. But Jesus said, make the people sit down. Sit all the people down. He was calm. The disciples said, we cannot because there's only 5 loaves of bread that this young boy has and 2 fishes. Only 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. How can we pull this out? Jesus said, let them sit down. And what Jesus did that day? What did Jesus do? He thanks his Father. He called upon the Lord and asked for his blessing so that the little one they have will be multiplied, so that everybody can eat to their satisfaction. They ate and ate and ate and they don't even have food left. You see, what did Jesus do? He called upon the Father because he knew that the Father can come and intervene. Even when the disciples were in desperation, even when the disciples were thinking that they could not pull it out, Jesus, counting on the Father, said, let the people sit down. In another occasion, Jesus was again in a situation of desperation, in a situation where everybody thinks there is no hope. There is no chance. You remember, they called him that his friend Lazarus was sick. But Jesus took 4 days again before he arrived. And his friend was dead. He was buried. And when Jesus arrived, everybody were out of hope. Some were mocking him, some were mad at him, but because he did not show up to heal his friend before he died. But they forgot that Jesus, when they called him and told him about the sickness of his friend, he told them that this sickness is not into death, but this sickness is to glorify the Father. So they lost that hope when Jesus did not come. When Jesus said, let us go and show me where they bury him. When they arrived, Jesus asked them to roll the stone away. But the dead man's sister said, oh, Master, he will be stinking now. It has been more than 3 days he's there. There is no hope. But they forgot that Jesus told them that this sickness is not into death, but is to glorify the name of the Lord. So since Lazarus died, they think whatever Jesus has said is finished, it's over. No, Jesus has the power to overwrite any situation. So Jesus ordered them to roll the stone away anyway. And Jesus looked. They say, then Jesus looked up to heaven and said, Father, thank you for hearing me. You always hear me, but I said it out loud for the sake of all these people standing here, so that they will believe you sent me. Jesus looked up to the Father. As he did it when he fed the 5,000, he looked up to the Father and thanked him for his blessing upon the food. Here also, Jesus looked up to the Father and called him that he come and intervene in the situation so that the people will know that he is a God. My friend, have you faced a situation that you don't know what to do? What do you have to do? What can we learn from Jesus, our Master? The only thing we can learn is that Jesus called upon the Father. So my question to you is this: have you called to the Father into your situation yet? The situation that you are facing right now, the one that you are going through right now, and you think there is no way you can pull it out, there is no way you can make it, there is no way victory can come through. Have you called the Lord into your problem yet? Have you called God into your situation yet? If you haven't, oh Lord, if you haven't, my friend, this is the moment that you call upon the Lord. Look up on the sky and call into the Lord. Say, Lord, I depend on you. Only you can intervene. Only you can take care of this situation. Only you can bring a hope. Only you can bring a breakthrough. Only you can make a way. And he will do it if you can just trust in him. You know, when Jesus was in his last day to the cross to die, Jesus prayed to the Father. He said, forgive them because they do not know what they are doing. He called upon to his Father and said, my God, why have you forsaken me? Before he died, he said, Father, into your hand I commit my spirit. What are you waiting for to call the Lord into your situation? What are you waiting for to call the Father to intervene in your situation? That's what Jesus did. Jesus was showing us what we need to do. So if you want to follow God, if you want to follow Jesus, if you want to be a real Christian, you must know and you must adopt this situation. You must choose every day to call Jesus into your situation. Even the sadness, in the happiness, you must turn to the Father and glorify his name and invite him into your situation, and you will see his glory.